And our next finalist is Lincoln Riley. Now, he may not look much older than most of his Sooner players, but don't let that fool you. Oklahoma's 32-year-old offensive coordinator is the mastermind behind the Sooners' offensive resurgence and quarterback Baker Mayfield's breakout season on the national stage. After losing 40-6 to Clemson in last year's bowl game, Bob Stoops took a chance on a young offensive coordinator from East Carolina that had set numerous school records with his version of Mike Leach's air raid offense that he had learned under Leach while an assistant at Texas Tech. In 1 year, Coach Riley improved the Oklahoma total offense from 23rd in the nation to 7th in the nation. Passing offense from 83rd in the nation to 18th. Team passing efficiency from 93rd in the nation to 3rd in the country. And he increased scoring per game by 10 points a game, also 3rd in the nation. And that is why Lincoln Riley is a 2015 Broyles Award finalist.
Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. It just didn't sound like the recipe for a record-breaking offense. A non-recruited transfer walk-on quarterback, an offensive line that features a freshman, a redshirt freshman, and a sophomore, and a new young offensive coordinator, Lincoln Riley. But Riley's 2015 Sooner offense has been a point-scoring machine. They were held under 30 points only once this season and averaged a whopping 44.6 points a game. And his Sooner offense is one of the most complete offenses in all of college football. They are ranked 17th in the nation in rushing offense, 235 yards a game, and 18th in passing offense, 307 yards a game. Keep in mind, a year ago, they were ranked 83rd in passing offense. And his Sooner offense has a 1,000-yard running back in Samaje Perine and a 1,000-yard receiver in Sterling Shepard. And the marriage of quarterback Baker Mayfield and Riley has resulted in Heisman talk for the former walk-on. Added up, then you have a Sooner offense that is 7th in the nation in total offense, 543 yards a game, and 3rd in scoring. Pretty impressive stuff for a coach who's been in Norman less than a year. And today, an impressive honor for one of the brightest young minds in all of college football. Lincoln Riley is a Broyles Award finalist.
When they were introducing me, they made the comment that you look like about the same age as your players. Football's a very humbling game. Coaching's very, very humbling. The second when you think you've got it made, it has a way of reminding you, where you came from. Mike Leach hired me to be the outside receiver coach at Texas Tech when I was 23 years old. I probably couldn't even grow facial hair then. And I thought, wow, this is unbelievable. I've made it. I'm hot stuff. And so one of the very first things I did was going out recruiting. And so I'll never forget the very first day, get in my car, drive to Abilene, Texas, going to Abilene High School, and I've got my Texas Tech polo on. I've got my hair slicked back, all my stuff on, and strut in there like I'm really something. And I'm walking down to Steve Warren was the coach there. I'm walking down to his office, and somebody taps me on the shoulder, and I turn around. She said, "Son, you need to get your butt back to class." So, a humbling game. I tell you, it's. I can't even put into words the honor it is for me to be here to represent. The video was saying all the stuff I've done. I haven't done any of that. Our team and our coaches have, which I'll talk about more. But to represent University of Oklahoma and our team here for the Broyles Award, Coach Broyles, obviously a legend in the game, and just to be here, standing here by you is an incredible honor for me. And when I think about kind of my journey up to this point, I don't think about myself. I just think about the people, that I've, had the privilege to be around in my life. That's really what shaped me. And if I've done anything right, it's been that I've, tried to learn and tried to listen and take things from people that are, that have been successful, and for whatever reason have taken an interest in me. I want to thank my wife, Caitlin. She's here today. We've got a little 2-year-old daughter at home, Sloan, too, that'd be excited to get back and see. She's like all these guys. I've got an incredible family that, you know, whether we have a good day or a bad day, just like Coach Chiswick talked about, I know I can always go home and see my little girl and see my wife, and they always put a smile on my face. I want to thank my parents. My parents were instrumental in anything that is good about me. They didn't push me in any direction, but they taught me values. They taught me, you know, how to treat people, respect, you know, and that the most important thing in life is being good to people, being nice to people, simply that. And so I want to thank them. I want to thank my high school coaches. You know, probably most of us got into this profession because we had a positive experience in high school. You know, and for a young man, I don't know, other than your parents, I don't know if there's a person in such an important part of your life that, you know, as you're right there in high school going into college, I don't know if anybody has more impact on you than your high school coaches. And I was lucky enough to have great coaches, a great experience, and I want to thank them. They know who they are, and all the high school coaches out there who affect these guys probably more than they know. You know, I know being on the other side of it now, it's hard for me to realize that my guys, you know, might look at me like I looked at my coaches in high school or in college. It's still hard for me to wrap my mind around, but it's a important responsibility that I take very seriously. I want to thank Mike Leach. Mike gave me my first shot, like I said, hired me at Texas Tech when I was 23. You know, believed in me when a lot of people, you know, told him he shouldn't, or he could have went out and gotten a lot of other guys. And we all have that coach, you know, that person that gave us that first break, and he was that for me, and I'll never forget him for that. I want to thank Ruffin McNeill, who I worked for at East Carolina, who really taught me how to treat people, you know, how to treat players. You know, his love and caring for those players is something that I've really taken, that really, you know, like Coach was saying, the winning is important, but, you know, family, doing it the right way, having relationships with these guys, you know, hopefully having an impact on them that can go past football is something that's become very, very important to me. And I learned that with Ruffin the previous 5 years. And then, you know, this last year, getting to go work at a place like Oklahoma for President Boren, Joe Castiglione, our AD, and obviously Bob Stoops has been just a dream. I can't imagine why I'm the one that got that opportunity. I didn't feel like I deserved it when I got it. I still really don't now. But it's just been an incredible honor, and it's been an incredible year. I want to thank our players, and not just our offensive players. This team is the reason why we've, you know, been able to accomplish what we have is because it's the most unselfish team that I've ever been a part of. There's no offense, defense. There's no offensive coaches, defensive coaches. It's all about one thing. And when you do that, and you've got a group of guys together, all pointed in the same direction, you can accomplish something pretty special. And so we have that there, and it's been a great year. I said earlier, it was nothing. None of this was what I have done. It's all about our team and our assistants. I want to name our assistant coaches as well. Kel Gundy, who coaches our inside receivers. Jay Bulware, who worked with Coach Chiswick before. He coaches our running backs. Bill Beedenbow coaches our offensive line, and Dennis Simmons coaches our outside receivers. Those guys have been incredible to me. It's a 100% group effort every single day. And that has just been it's been unbelievable to work with those guys. And the other thing that I want to mention too is you know, I know I talked about Coach Stoops and his influence, but Mike Stoops, our defensive coordinator, he and his staff, you know, it's been a tremendous learning experience working with them. And I'll tell you, it's a hell of a lot easier calling plays when you're pretty darn good on defense too. So he's you know, had a great impact on me. What a year they've had, you know, defensively, and like I said, I'm just truly honored to be up here to represent this university and to be a part of this award. So one thing I do want to say, you know, maybe I can remember when I was a young coach, you know, watching the deals for the Broyles Award and watching the different guys, come up here and give speeches. And 10 years ago, I was a student assistant, which is a volunteer coach. My dad was not a big-name high school coach. I wasn't a big-name recruit. I had, no ends to the business. And I happened to get an opportunity and took it and ran with it. And I know there's a lot of young coaches out there today that are like me and maybe think something like this is never possible. And this profession is tough. It is. There's no question. It's a grind. It's trying, but it's worth it. And if you'll keep firing away, if you'll surround yourself with good people like I've been able to do, and you'll keep your mouth shut and just listen and learn, you can really take this thing a long way. And so I thank you again. I'm extremely humbled to be here, and thank you so much.